So I recently put up a short video about how 2025 so far has been a hell of a year for the world of sports and put out a whole list of football examples to support the claim. Really? You really thought I was going to shoot a cricket counterpart? In a year when RCB has reached the IPL final, the same RCB that really seems to need a miracle to finally win this tournament. And the year itself seems to be delivering. Stay on because you are going to want to listen to this. Okay, so once I put out that reel, something very interesting happened. A friend of mine reached out to me and said, well, of course, all of this is happening because this is the year of the number 9. Exactly. My reaction was much the same as almost all of you out there because I know zilch about numerology. But that got me intrigued. And I Googled a bit. And this is what I came up against.
9 बात करता है एंडिंग्स की, 9 बात करता है नए चैप्टर को शुरू होने से पहले जो चीज़ों को ख़त्म करना है.
And if that's what numerologists have to say about the number 9, if it sounds too cuckoo, well, then it turns out that Nikola Tesla, yes, the scientist, also believed that not only the number 9, but the numbers 369 had this in their relation to the universe. If you knew the magnificence of 3, 6, and 9, you would have the key to the universe. Now, of course, I don't know how true any of this is, but the thing is, once you start examining things through these optics, you find that things keep adding up. So, in a nutshell, since the number 9 is the last digit in 1 to 9, it's supposed to signify things coming to an end. Coming full circle. And you know what's the fun part about looking at things from this angle? All of the little miracles that we've been witnessing, I apologize, not little, the big miracles that we've been witnessing in the world of sports, they get that added element of magic, almost like a fairy tale ending when you add this little bit of enigma around it. And the world of football has been getting this enigma, this magic in heavy doses. And I want to start by talking about the biggest prize in Europe. That's right, the Champions League, the reel that started it all. I said it would go to PSG because they had been after it for a very long time. We all know PSG had spent time, money. They'd lost peace of mind in pursuit of this particular title. In fact, at one point of time, as you all remember, they had Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe in their attacking line, despite which they didn't come close to winning it. There was one man, Luis Enrique, who told them, don't be obsessed with it. No, be ambitious. And yes, there's a difference. There's definitely a difference. And you will win it. And by God, did they win it. A thumping victory of 5-0 was what took them home against Inter. And now they are finally the champions of Europe. So congratulations, PSG. 2025 has definitely worked out for you. But who else has it worked out for? I want to start by talking about my own club, Liverpool over there. A long time ago, a certain Alex Ferguson was very envious of the success that Liverpool had. And one day, in an understandable fit of rage and envy, way back in 1993, Alex Ferguson said, I am going to knock them off their perch. Exactly. That's what he said. Well, and he did, sort of, for a while. But 2025 is the year when Liverpool have claimed it all back. They have the same number of English Premier League titles as Manchester United and twice the number of Champions League titles. So I would say that Liverpool are doing a fine job of sitting back on their perch. In fact, they're looking like professional perchers. After decades of yawning and cheering and shedding copious tears and then getting back on the horse to cheer their teams once again, so many fans have gotten gratification in 2025, beginning with Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace had gone without a major trophy for 119 years. I mean, that's like 4 generations upwards. And this year, they beat Manchester City. That same Manchester City that has been annoyingly successful in the last few years. They beat them 1-0 to lift their first ever FA Cup trophy. Well done, sir. I say well done. The next one, Newcastle United. They beat Liverpool, but no hard feelings there because I saw this beautiful video of 3 generations of Newcastle fans dancing together when they beat Liverpool to win the Carabao Cup. Now, it was their first domestic trophy in 70 years. That's 70. And continuing to proceed in decreasing order, the next club is Tottenham Hotspur that ended its own 17-year long wait for silverware. They beat Manchester United, another Manchester club beat them. They beat Manchester United in the Europa League final to win their first major trophy in 17 years. And in the process, Heung-min Son, their talismanic player, also won his first major trophy with them. I mean, you gotta feel for the guy. He's been so loyal. He joined them way back in 2015. So great scenes of celebration over there. But Son's name then brings to mind his counterpart, Harry Kane's name. We all know Harry Kane was also part of the Tottenham setup, and he finally left for understandable reasons because, in spite of being a prolific goal scorer, he had not won any major trophy. So he leaves Tottenham, goes to Bayern Munich, and Bayern Munich comes third in the league in the year he joins. So it seems like bad luck is just chasing the nearly man. This is the guy who has lost 6 finals, including Euros and the Champions League. I mean, however much you feel for this man, it's just never going to be enough. But this year, 2025, was kind to Harry Kane as well. He finally lifted the Bundesliga trophy and won major silverware for the very first time in his life. No more runners-up. Harry Kane, big congratulations to you. And now, let's talk about cricket, the moment we've all been waiting for. And before we go into IPL 2025, I want to first take you back to Champions Trophy and one particular game in it. You remember the game where Afghanistan beat England? Now, in the past, Afghanistan had always been looked at as a team of underdogs, and therefore a victory like this would have been seen as an upset. But in 2025, for some reason, experts, ex-cricketers, journalists all came together to a consensus which said, this is not an upset anymore. We can't keep treating Afghanistan as underdogs because they are a force to reckon with. They've been playing consistently well and they are here to stay. So Afghanistan got recognition as a team that's got game. So welcome to the Big Boys Club, guys. Congratulations. And that brings us to IPL 2025. One of the most loved teams of the IPL, RCB, has been creating waves this season. They have become the first team to reach the finals. Now, an interesting fact, ever since the playoffs format was introduced, 14 finals have been played, of which 11 have been won by the team that reached the finals first. RCB, coincidentally, did the same thing way back in 2016. So, of the 3 exceptions in that 14, RCB is one because, in spite of qualifying first for the finals, they lost to Sunrisers Hyderabad. But anyway, let bygones be bygones. We will concentrate on 2025 for a number of reasons. They have qualified first again. Virat Kohli is playing his 18th season. I am not going to do any more addition, I promise. And like the football clubs I mentioned earlier, RCB has been waiting a long time to win the IPL. The point is, if they ever needed a miracle, some universal magic, some impetus, this is the year when they have it. I mean, they still have to bring their A game, of course, but as long as they bring it, I genuinely believe that RCB can win this year. And I'm not an RCB fan. Also, to be fair, I know that Punjab have also never won the IPL, but just, that mad fervor has never really been associated with Punjab. So something just says it's gonna be RCB this year. And since we're being all optimistic and happy, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that come the WTC final, South Africa had a very good chance of beating Australia. In fact, I think I'm going to bet my money on it. So South Africa, along with talking to your rugby team, this is the video you need to be watching because you need to believe, yes, you have skills, but there's the magic of 2025, and in addition to that, you have the might of the Indian cricket fan base behind you because trust me, no one's going to be supporting Australia in this one. So believe in yourself, believe in us, and go win the WTC final.